You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women, I truly do.
As a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life, ever.
Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my presence.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. You ever seen the
I'll make you see it, right? Hold it. Fucking nice.
Let out. You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers we don't see what the problem really is.
All y'all do the same. Whether if you was some homeless kid trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can, or you live in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life. Emotionally daunting and hurtful when they just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard, okay? Women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day, okay?
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Men are inside of women's down their guys are literally into a girl's.
We'll return after these messages.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men. And they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass.
The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally you. They will disrespect you.
MFers season.
They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want. And they act like children.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh Lord, I know it. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding!
I'm not just having sex with one, not two, but 3 different guys. That's right. I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftover?
We're the leftovers, and I saw it. I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind.
This concept of I could do better, bitch. At least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league.
The only thing that kept a woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the women's league for real, like on some real shit, not just looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels. The man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo. A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throat of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she have? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work in brothels. They're good to, try to take over from a bar. They're good when they're handing you food as they're a waitress or they're on a call center call or something like that. But anything other than that, we really don't want 85% of y'all around. Just leave. It's sad to say, but it's the reality on it.
I'm 40 and single, and I don't have any kids, and I've never been engaged. I've never even lived with a man, and I'm happy. I'm happy with where I am in life. Men have got to step it up. They have got to step it up because the only way I'm gonna let a man come in and potentially ruin an ounce of my peace is if he is offering me the world.
You ain't worth the whole world no more. You was worth that 20 years ago.
Yeah. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you want me to stay on 2 hours instead of one, looking at me the $10 live stream go, Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, that's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Yeah, who's this? Hold on, let me. If you want me to stay on 2 hours instead of one, looking at me the $10 live stream go, Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, that's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started.
Feel like we owe it to our community, the plus ones, to talk about what everybody else is talking about.
Okay.
Can we talk about Nikki and Sean Blair?
Let's do it.
First impressions, Nikki and Sean. What is your first impression of Nikki?
I think she is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Right, by basically matching her up with Sean, right? Do I feel...
Okay, so real quick, to catch you up, because apparently this is like a big topic in the black community. Not a big topic, but for people who watch Married at First Sight, and I'm one of them people, don't judge me. It was a woman on there. She's damn near 50. She's like 47. She's a Kendra G type. She still wants kids. So that shows you how mentally ill she is. She's looking to have kids. She's looking to get married and have kids at 50 and had to come on a TV show to get a man at damn near 50. But she's attractive. Black don't crack. It's a lot of attractive black women who are completely doomed on the dating market. It's not that, black women are ugly. That's not their problem on the dating market. But anyway, she's that Kendra G type. But she's more naturally beautiful than Kendra G. But anyway, came on Married at First Sight, and she asked for what they all asked for: 200K, 6 feet, handsome, educated. He got to be intelligent and know how to talk about Nietzsche and this and that ridiculous shit. And they gave her some short, chubby dude that seemed gay instead. So obviously she's not attracted to him. Oh, she said, yeah, he got to be tall. He's short and chubby. It's a whole ordeal. And now black women are saying, this how they do black women. They want black women to settle. But this bitch is 50. They never think they lose their value. This bitch is 50, probably entitled, funky attitude, bad character, and some more shit. But no matter what, women feel like they deserve a top 1% man. Don't, like I said, don't matter how fat she is, how old she look, how dried up her eggs are, how terrible her personality and character is, none of that. We deserve top 1% no matter what. Or y'all hating on black women. That's the narrative, but let's get into it.
That way, yes and no, right? I feel like they are playing in her face in ways that we are going to talk about later in the video. But her requests, when it comes down to what she wants, I don't think Married at First Sight is playing in her face. She said she wanted someone who makes minimum $200,000, who is minimum 6 feet. You get what I'm saying? And
Now let's break it down real quick. I want to hold on. Let's break this down real quick. Let's just pull up who this guy is. She's 47, I think. So let's just go 47 to 60, even though she probably don't want to go to 60. Let's go 47 to 57. Exclude married, black, 6 feet. She don't want obese, I know that. And she said at least 200K. Mr. 0.06. That's less than 0.1%. Let me say that again. That's less than 0.1%. Now, here's the problem. She, and let's just put it like this. Or matter of fact, let's see if I can pull this up. All right, let's do this. She's 47, but this body isn't desirable based on what men want. 47 right there. But all right, let's just say 47 to 57-year-old woman. She's not married. She doesn't have any kids. But see, I'll get into it. Well, let me get into it now. Being 47, never married, no kids, that's not a positive for a woman. And there's an argument to be made. It's a red flag for a dude. Like, bro, what you been doing with women since 20? See, when you get to a certain age, you kind of a red flag on the dating market if you a man or a woman. Like for a woman, well, okay, that's not accurate. Let me put it like this. I would say to see, like we know, men and women look for different things. So even though a 50-year-old man with the bag, a 50-year-old man who make 200K, never married, no kids, yeah, there's a lot of women who will look at it as a red flag, but they still gonna fuck with that because he got that bag, he can provide, you can take him on trips, provide a lifestyle. They still gonna fuck with that. On the other hand, top tier women are still gonna fuck with that. There's 25-year-old sexy women who would still fuck with that. But on the other hand, when you become a red flag as a woman, like over 40 and this and that, never married, no kids, funky attitude, entitled, top tier men aren't gonna fuck with that in a serious way other than one night stand, 2-week fling. That's the difference. So a 50-year-old man, single, never married, no kids, is still can still be considered creme de la creme in a sense. A 50-year-old woman never married, no kids, that ain't never gonna be creme de la creme to men. I don't care how fine she is or how good she cook or whatever other great characteristics she has. That's never gonna be nowhere near creme de la creme to men on the dating market. But let's pull up her stats, and I'm gonna let you know where the craziness comes in. So she's 47 to 57. She's not married. She don't got kids. She's black. It don't really matter how tall she is. See, this they shouldn't have had the same criteria on the men one. But I don't know how tall she is. Let's just say it don't really matter. Let's say 4'11" to 5'5". She's not overweight and she's not obese, and she make 200K. So she's a rare woman, but not in the ways that make her desirable to men. That's the problem, folks. I noticed that difference. They let you change it to max income. They don't have that on the women one because ain't no max income. Nigga make as much as possible. But men may want a woman who don't make over what he makes, so that's why they put the max. But okay, let's say she make 200K. Yeah, she's a rare woman. Yeah, she's Mrs. 0.03. She's more rare than him, but in ways that men don't check for, so it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. I'll show y'all the rarity that men are looking for in women. Men are looking for this rarity, y'all. 18 to 25. Or let's just say, fuck it. Let's just do 18 to 28. Not married, not a mother. Let's just say black woman. I'll show y'all the rare woman. Height don't even matter. Well, not too tall. So we'll just say 5'9" at the most. Or not 4 foot. Let's just do at least 5'3" to 5'9". Not overweight, not over obese. I mean, we really, let's just say 30K. And she has a job. Yeah, this the rare woman we looking for. Mrs. 0.37 with those criteria. She's Miss point zero whatever 037 for shit we ain't looking for. So here's what I want to break down real quick. I want to show a picture of her. Here's a picture of her. She's not bad looking, even though this might be bad.
Respectfully, nah. Where we don't just react, we read the room. Here we expose the fuck shit people try to get away with on reality dating shows and have a little fun along the way. And
Nice to meet you.
today we're discussing.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's a bad. She's not bad looking. I mean, this isn't the best visual, whatever. But look, even with this isn't a bad looking woman. So let's talk about this. How much does looks make up for a woman's other shortcomings? Um, if we talk about a one night stand or a 3 month fling, it make up a well. I would say it makes up for it a lot. Well, because look, I'm not looking to marry you. We ain't moving in. I just want to fuck you a few times, and you look good, and I want to fuck that body. So I don't care if you. I don't care about all the stuff that is really gonna matter if we got into a relationship. Because I ain't looking for a relationship with you. So long as you can fake some femininity for a few weeks or a few months while I fuck your body, I don't care about all that other stuff. So yeah, looks can really compensate for all your shortcomings when a dude just looking for, a little fun. But if we talking about a woman that I'm gonna get serious with, we gonna build a life together, uh, you know, um, try to have kids. That don't even sound right with a bitch damn near 50. Then I don't really care about your looks like that, baby. Yeah, looks ain't gonna get you up at 3 in the morning to change that baby. Your looks ain't gonna help you in that department. Your looks ain't gonna make me feel better when I had a bad day at work. Even though, okay, in some sense it could, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Looks is a temporary novelty. I mean, it's cool. I looked at you. Okay, hype over. What else you got? I mean, the hype of just having a bitch that look good, it goes away really quick. Once you start seeing all the other shit about her, you stop caring about how good she looked. What up, Divine Photos? But let's get back into it. But no, this the point I was gonna break down. This is a low value black woman. And that offends people. It rubs their sensibilities wrong. Based on let me start here. We already know people cape for women. It's just in our DNA as a species. We gonna try to defend women, give them a pass when they do wrong. It's in our nature. So we automatically really don't want to hear anybody saying anything bad about a woman. That's just in our nature. Y'all know I'm past that point. And then on top of that, she black. We all know the struggles of black people, so that make it even more politically incorrect to say something like that about a black woman. She's a low value woman. That's offensive because she's a woman for one, and she's a black woman at that. You know, so people don't like to hear that, no matter how true it may be. But this is a low value woman who look kind of cute, a beautiful bum bitch in a sense. Well, I don't know if she's the accurate. I don't know if that's the color of bum bitch because she's probably educated and make a lot of money. But based on what men are looking for in the dating market, yeah, she's a beautiful bum bitch. You old, you're rude. I mean, cause when she got up to the altar, she said, "Where's my husband?" And then that's kind of rude. I mean, maybe she genuinely didn't think this was him, but you know how shady black women are. She was being shady. And then even after that moment, when he was speaking to her, like, "Hey, how you doing?" She just was looking at him, wasn't saying nothing back. She's a rude bitch. Rude, entitled, old, likely stuck in her ways. That's a low value woman. So, as far as what you deserve, you don't deserve shit. You deserve a load in the face and a kick in the caboose. That's what women like you deserve. If you're not a good person, let's just let's just get back into it, man. Let me say this real quick before we press play on this video. One last thing. One last thing. Where's she at? Here we go. First off, she just shouldn't be on the dating market anymore. But see, she deserves, like I just said, she's a bum ass bitch, a pretty bum ass bitch. So her equal on the dating market is a bum ass nigga. And black women would say no because she pretty and she makes six figures and she educated. It don't fucking matter. Her equivalent is a low value man, is a 50-year-old short man who make 20K. That's her value match on the dating market based on what men are looking for. And that just don't sit right with people. But people who know the reality, it sit right with them.
I feel like they are playing in her face in ways that we are going to talk about later in the video. But her requests, when it comes down to what she wants, I don't think Married at First Sight is playing in her face. She said she wanted someone who makes minimum $200,000, who is minimum 6 feet. You get what I'm saying? And who is also signed up to be on Married at First Sight. And I'm sure she wants a black man, right? For one, the pool outside of Married at First Sight is already small. You get what I'm saying? Who signed up for the show. And then
Yeah, let's talk about that delusion real quick. These women are so mentally ill. They think Mr. 1% has to come on a dating show with genuine intentions to find a bitch. Let me say that again. They're so mentally ill and caught up in getting this fairy tale they don't deserve. Because, I'm going to play that meme. That they think a 1% man has to sign up to a show to genuinely find a woman. The men that these women are looking for are swimming in fucking options. And that's why they won't pick one, because they're enjoying all these options too good. He's not desperate. He don't got to come on TV to find a bitch. And if he do come on TV to find a bitch, it's to promote his business or something. They're not smart enough to know that because their ego's too big. I mean, it is common sense, but their ego is blocking their common sense. And their desperate desire to get a fairy tale they don't deserve, and they know they don't deserve, is blocking their common sense. That don't even make sense, folks. Well, I got a meme for her.
Where is she getting this idea that she'd even make a good partner? She knows her value has dropped, right? And pay attention, because this is where women end up in complete misery for the rest of their lives. Once they end up in these age brackets and have to get married after 27, 28, 29, 30, she knows that any man who will happily take her on must be of lower value. Why? Because she is now of lower value. The woman now has to weigh her options. Do I just keep living alone and all my friends are married and do have kids and now I'm just alone with my cats, wine, and buffalo burgers and prescription medications? Or get with this guy who must be clearly low value because he's fucking with me. A woman over 28, 29, 30, and or a single mother woman will never love you. You are not what she wanted. You can't be. Okay, in her eyes, you can never be that.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! Prince Charming is for young, youthful, pretty bitches who know how to be submissive. That's not for you. That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. And if you do not touch these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And then they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it. I don't even want to fuck you anymore. I so don't mean this to bash her. I'm just talking about like women in general when they hit this shit in life. Like it's the same shit every fucking time for that category of woman. Either they end up the town bicycle or they end up the whole other extreme and no man's ever good enough. Even if this woman finds the exact guy that she's looking for, who's better than her, who's ambitious and has goals and dreams and aspirations. Okay, he's 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 12-inch dick, former Olympian, former astronaut, drives a Bugatti. Let's say she finds this exact man. What will a woman do after that? She will become incredibly insecure and doubt why that great man is fucking with a 3-year-old woman who couldn't keep a man for the last 15 years. That's exactly what she's gonna do. And she's gonna destroy the relation. She'll find a way to destroy it because her self-esteem is so fucked up that she knows she can't keep him. That's exactly what she's gonna end up back out there, single as fuck. Living my best life. Boss babe. She gonna end up back on the internet. That's where she's going. And you can't help them. At this point, all you can do is hope she's either gonna be a town bicycle, and just have your turn with her and use her as a side bitch, or yeah, or hope she just shuts the fuck up and ends up with some dude that she really don't like, but she's just shutting the fuck up, and at least he's housing her type of shit, and just keep her out of the fucking pit. Just keep her over there somewhere. Just go work at a call center. Just get the fuck away from society, because you ain't gonna do nothing but piss people off. All right.
So, real quick. So, this woman doesn't know anything about being in a relationship. I mean, I'm sure she had a, year or two relationship here and there over the past 30 years, but she don't know shit about the ups and downs and sticking it out through the ups and downs of a relationship. She don't know shit about keeping a man around or happy. These are the idiots that think, because the ones I got to keep saying this. This is very important. Women think if I get close to a perfect man, I'll have a perfect relationship, and completely negate the fact that you're going to be 50% of what the relationship is made of. You're 50% of how the relationship go. But women just want to sit and exist and have an incredible man provide them an incredible relationship. And they just sit back and enjoy the incredible relationship that they don't really got to do much to put into or nothing like that. That's fucking retarded, folks. But this is what bitches like this think. This is that fairy tale. Like when women talk about their checklist that they had since they were 13, that's the premise. Like that's the core belief. If I get close to Mr. Perfect, we'll have a Mr. Perfect relationship, or not a Mr. Perfect. If I get Mr. Perfect, we'll have a fairy tale relationship because the man is a fairy tale man. Never mind what I'm gonna contribute or how I'm gonna contribute to making it a fairy tale relationship. They don't think about that part. And that's why when the relationship go bad, they always blame it on the man. Because you were supposed to be the great man that just provided me a great relationship while I sat and enjoyed it. That's why it's never their fault. Because I wasn't supposed to do much anything. I wasn't supposed to do much from the jump. The expectation for me was supposed to be close to zero anyway. I was just supposed to crack legs from time to time and experience a great relationship that you're providing me. I was supposed to maybe make a sandwich once a month and crack my legs. So if the relationship didn't work out, it's because you didn't provide me a good relationship.
Who is minimum 6 feet. You get what I'm saying? And who is also signed up to be on Married at First Sight. And I'm sure she wants a black man, right? For one, the pool outside of Married at First Sight is already small. You get what I'm saying? Who signed up for the show? And then you just literally split a penny by saying, oh yeah, he got to have a 6-figure job, a high 6-figure job, and he got to be over 6 feet and things of that nature. And I think Nikki is a representation of basically the lie that we all been told, or basically what social media try to sell us, right? There's two lies that I believe is a detriment to our community. And I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is we are all the same, right? I do not believe that we are all the same, because if I believe that we are all the same, Blair, then that means I'm blind to what makes you unique.
Exactly.
Right? I believe there is a uniqueness to a woman and a male. One thing that comes with Nikki is that, hey, women can naturally give birth. You get what I'm saying? That is the uniqueness that makes them a woman and things of that nature, right?
Oh, let me speak on the title of the stream real quick. I'm gonna try to start speaking on the title as soon as it starts, because anybody who's not a diehard watcher of the channel already, that's what they're gonna click on the video to hear about. Everybody hit the like button. I got 9 people watching and only 4 likes, and since I don't understand it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Please take your fat ass finger and hit the like button. Now, rest in peace, Sinful to P. Is femininity a facade? I'm gonna say yes, because even times when I felt like I experienced femininity, it was usually a woman I didn't know, or like femininity is an act in a sense, in a way that masculinity isn't. Like I don't think women are naturally feminine. I think it's an act that they learn to put on. I mean, some are more. How can I put this? some women lean towards femininity naturally more than others, but this concept that, oh, she's just a feminine woman, like, nah, I don't really, I'm starting to not believe it anymore. I think women use femininity to get what they want, but it's not who they are, generally speaking. Women aren't, I would say this as a general statement. Women aren't feminine. Even if some women naturally are, let's just say 10% are. The exception to the rule don't disprove the rule. It is the rule. Well, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. If only 10 to 15% of women are naturally feminine, then the general statement is women aren't feminine. The exception to the rule doesn't disprove the rule, it proves it. So if only 20% of women are quote unquote good women, then it's safe to say women aren't good. Now, granted, I get it, humans aren't good. We can go into that conversation, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. So to me, femininity is a facade. It's a act that women put on to get what they want at the time, generally speaking. Or it's just it's something that pops up here and there when they in the mood or whatever, but it's not just who they are at the core. Because when I think about every moment I've experienced what I would call femininity, what up, Persian Warrior? It was just a little glimpse. Like I told y'all one time about I was at some fast food joint and it wasn't just well, yeah, I'll just say a fast food joint. And I sensed it instantly. And she wasn't a looker either. But she just made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's something, it's hard to explain. It's hard to put my finger on it. But she had that feminine aura, y'all. She did. And it made her look better, too. It's a way she look at you. It's the tone she used when she talked to you. It's that genuine smile. There's nothing like a woman who is genuinely smiling at you. It don't gotta be romantic. It could just be strictly a friendly interaction or a professional interaction. But when it's a way a woman look at you and just smile, you could tell she's not faking it. That's a genuine smile. When a woman genuinely smiles at you and say, "Hey, nice to meet you," and you could tell the shit is real. Oh my gosh, that shit drive me crazy. Women don't know how powerful they could be if they just use femininity properly. If they use the femininity facade properly. Like, okay, so let me go back to, 'cause- well, yeah, I'll go back to the fast food example. Um, so even though I felt femininity from her, and it was a real genuine interaction, I don't know that fucking woman. That was just that moment. Maybe she was in a good mood, or maybe she kind of sweet. But if I got to know the full totality of who that woman is, would I still say she's a feminine woman overall, or do she just have feminine moments? You know. So yeah, just overall, I would say yeah, femininity is a facade. Because if women were truly feminine, it wouldn't be conditional. It wouldn't be circumstantial. They would just be feminine all the time. They would be feminine when they mad. Because to me, a true masculine man is not pick and choose. You just masculine. You masculine on Monday, Friday, when it's raining, when it's storming, when you mad, when you happy. You just a masculine man. That's almost non-existent in women. It's femininity is definitely a circumstantial thing for sure, and sometimes just an outright lie to get what they want. But let's continue.
Is that, hey, women can naturally give birth. You get what I'm saying? That is the uniqueness that makes them a woman and things of that nature, right? Also, the other lie that we have been told is you can have it all. And when I hear Nikki and her request when it comes down to what she wants out of a relationship or married at first sight, it sounds like she wants it all. Mm-hmm. And I believe Nikki is not unique in this situation, because I've seen a lot of people in this situation to where they get to a certain age to where they are at the top of their career, and then now they want to focus on their love life. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Besides building it at the same time.
That's another myth that women like her try to get us to believe. This woman like 47 years old and look like this. You don't think she been fucking with men on and off in different type of ways since she was 15? The myth they once oh no, I was focusing on career. I ain't really talked to boys or guys, since I was in high school. I just head in the books and head in the career. I'm a virgin. I mean, they might as well be trying to sell us that they a virgin at 50. Oh no, I've been focusing on career. I ain't even never had sex before. Just career and books, career and books, career and books. Nobody believes you, ma'am. We know you didn't have relationships, situationships, and some more shit for over 30 years. I don't want to hear this. I was focusing on career shit. Unless you a virgin. Or unless you got one body. Oh, I had sex when I was 18, but then I just focused on career after that. The fuck out of here. You were trying to actively make relationship works. You were actively trying to make relationships work with men for 30 years and none of them ever worked. You're not about to trick us into sweeping that under the rug. You weren't just focusing on career. You were focusing on both and failing at one and succeeding at the other. So you just gonna try to make it seem like those other attempts at making romance work these 30 years didn't happen. No, ma'am. Shout out to Al Bundy.
For their career, and then now they want to focus on their love life. You get what I'm saying? Besides building it at the same time. I understand that when it comes to being a woman, I empathize and I sympathize that, hey, sometimes you are in a position where you have to choose. Because if I want to be at the top of my career, then maybe I do got to put my love life on the back burner, because if I have kids, that means I got to take care of the kids.
No. I'm gonna reiterate this. These women been cooked since 2021. Before they had a career, they were irreversibly damaged in the dating market based on the decisions they made. He's shooting a bell too. That see, he's negating 15 to 25, 15 to 30. He's negating all the stuff that happened in that time frame. What about all the guys that ran through her in high school and in her early 20s in her party years? Never mind.
If I gotta leave for pregnancy, things may happen to where if I'm working in a business, or if I'm working in a company that's male dominated, that put me at a disadvantage. So I empathize and sympathize with women that feel that way. But I feel like Nikki has put herself in a position that really all she have to blame is herself, and she's not the only one. I feel like Sean is in the same position as well, even though they may be coming from different points of basically her being a woman and him being a male. I feel like they both did themselves a disjustice, or injustice rather, of, hey, I'm going to go 100% into my career, and then by the time I'm close to 50, then I'm going to circle back and try to build up my love life.
Okay. You say this real quick. Women aren't men. They don't have the opportunity to just do what they want to do until 30 and then figure out a family later or focus on career. Like, no. Women have from 15 to, let's just do this. Young ladies have from 15 to 23 to make the decision in life of where they want their life to go and what path they're going to take. 15 and 23. Are you going to settle down with a good man and start a family, or fucking not? And if not, if not, the chances that you're going to fail for the rest of your life on the date market are extremely high. The women who win the most on the dating market, and regardless if the marriage work out or whatever. Matter of fact, I'll say this. If you got married fairly young and your body count under 3, and you got married under 30, so married under 30, body count under 3 when you were married. When you got married, your body count was under 3. And you got married under 30, and you had kids, and had a 10, 15-year marriage, I still call it a win. Even if you got a divorce, I still call that shit a win. Let's just broaden the terms a bit here. In a sense, you still won on a date mark. You had your family, you had a marriage for like 10 years, you ain't get run through. You kind of did the right thing. I still call it a win for you on some level. I call it a win for you. Um, but back to the original point. Young girls pretty much got 15 to 23 to choose their path in life. You want to be a career woman, you want to be a party girl and try to figure out serious romance later, which that shit don't all that shit rarely works. So essentially what I'm saying is women pretty much only have one path to success on the dating market. It's taking dating super fucking serious from 15 to 23 and try to find your partner before you 25. I don't really care when y'all actually tied or not. But women, the path for success on the dating market for women is finding your life partner before 25 and riding it out with them. That's really and a good dude too. That's the path to success for women. Damn near the only one. That's what they don't want to just accept.
Of, hey, I'm going to go 100% into my career, and then by the time I'm close to 50, then I'm going to circle.
Let me real quick. Technically, women could have it all. Not at all, but you know what I'm saying. Women could have the career and the family, but they gotta prioritize the family first. Get your man before 25. Lock in with him. Family plan for the kids. You know, so but here's another thing. If a woman want it all, she got to make that decision. She got to make that decision damn near as a teen and get it figured out. Because women don't have this time. They don't got this time clock. So okay, I'm gonna give advice to any women who are listening, and I know they're not. It's only 5 people watching me right now, maybe 9. Um, if I was giving advice to a 14-year-old girl who said, you know, RB, I want it all. I want a career. I want a family. Okay, sis, let me help you out. Little sis, let me help you out. You need to prioritize finding you a good dude. Fuck his height. I mean, he don't got to be short. But actually, I would tell him this. Don't even attempt to date a motherfucker above 5'10". It's trouble in most cases. No, 5'10" is the highest I ever want you to date. Don't ever date a dude above 5'10". Don't even have a talking stage with a nigga above 5'10". That's my first piece of advice. As far as looks, he can't. Don't even have a talking stage with a nigga above a 7 in looks. If that nigga fine, run the other fucking way. I would tell my daughter to date dudes who look like between a 5 and a 7, and he ain't no taller than 5'10". Let's start. That's gonna eliminate a lot of trouble right there. And far as how he dress, he can't be too fly. He can't be too fly. Regular. I mean, he don't gotta dress like a bum, but not too fly. So that's the starting point there. Pick you, and he got a good heart, good character. He seemed like he responsible. He take care of business. That's your man. Now, 14-year-old sis, I'm helping out. Pick a guy like that and lock the fuck in with him. Y'all gonna go through growing pains. He gonna give you the ick. He gonna give you what y'all gonna get on each other's nerves. But he a good dude and you a good chick. And y'all gonna make this shit work. Cause that's all it really take at the core. 2 people putting in effort who good people. That's all it take to make it work. This shit ain't rocket science. People make this shit more complicated than what it is. You're the follower, he's the leader. Do everything in your power to help your man be the best man he could be, and he gonna take care of you for the rest of your life and make sure you straight as well. Lock in. Look, I would tell that 14-year-old girl, you need to look at 18 like bitches look at 32 and start panicking. I'm 18, I need to find my lock-in dude. I want it all. I gotta hurry up and find my man. Like, treat 18 like it's 30. Now women panic at 30. Oh shit, I gotta get my life together, find a man, kids, married. Look at 18 like that. All right? And it ain't gonna be hard. Most women can get that guy described pretty damn easy. Keeping them the hard part. But anyway, lock in with your guy at 18. Y'all can have fun, party, whatever. But at about 22, it's time to start getting pregnant. Now, here's the thing. Well, I hope you got a good family, but if you don't, pick a man who got a good family. And I promise you, if y'all get together and you tell them y'all plan, like we want to start a good black family, we just gonna need y'all help, but we wanna build something beautiful here. Beautiful family here. We're gonna give y'all some grandbabies. Look, can y'all help us in any way you can? Can we live with y'all while we get on our feet and save for our first house and all that? They'll let you do it. Most parents, if you came to them like that, we gonna get married, we gonna do stuff the right way. Can we live with y'all till we get on our feet? Because I want to start having these kids. Can y'all help us take care of these kids? He gonna try to find a job. Like, can y'all help us get through this as a family? They'd do it. I know I would for my daughter. If she came to me like that, look, I'm gonna find my boyfriend at 17, 18. We're gonna get married at whatever, 18, 19. I want to start having kids at 21. Can y'all help us financially or give us play? I do that. So then cool. So they start having babies. She start having babies at 21, 22. Stair step it or whatever. So she'll be done by 30. Well, let's see. So if she start having kids at 22. Let's say let's say she get pregnant at 21. Because if you want it all, you got to start pushing out the babies early. So let's say she get pregnant at 21, push it out at the end of 21. Then they wait till 23. Another 2 years, 25. Wait, hold on. 21. 2 years, push out another baby at 23. Push out another baby at 25. So she'll be done at 25. And she'll have a what? A newborn. I can't do the math. She'll have a newborn, what? Y'all get it. Whatever. What, a newborn, a 2-year-old, and a 4-year-old. I'm probably doing the math wrong, but y'all get the point. At 25. Which is a lot, but she would have family help. The community would help her. Because the young man come from a good family. And she would just focus on raising the babies. The 21, 22, 23-year-old man, he probably have a regular ass job. Making 30K, but with the family help, they can make it happen. And don't get me wrong, that young man need to be focusing on how to step his life up. Now here is where a woman putting pressure on a man, I ain't mad at it. Cause she did what the fuck she needed to do, so now she can put that pressure on him. I mean not pressure like she should do it. It's gonna be best if she does it in the feminine way, of course, and not nag and do it lovingly and all that. But I ain't mad at the family and the woman putting pressure. Okay, babe, it's time to we gotta step it up. We got 3 kids. Like, yeah, I agree. It's time to step it up. But I think a lot of men will be happy to try to step it up, and they will feel motivated to step it up when they got that family and that loving woman at home. That's what drives men to get out there and make shit happen. And that's why so many, young men these days, they're giving up. They on drugs. They just play video games all day. They don't have anything to motivate them. They can't get abroad. That's what motivate men. That's what motivated men throughout history to build society. But anyway, back to my story real quick. I'm gonna finish up and then we're gonna get back into it. I'm gonna finish up my hypothetical. So let's see. So he done raised up the kids for 10 years. She 35. Um I'm trying to think. So yeah, by the time the oldest is whatever, 11 or 12, she can go to college and start her life at 35, 36, even 37. It ain't too late. It ain't too late at 35 to take classes from, or can't you take classes from home or something? She could get it figured out. She can go to night class when her husband get off of school. Plenty of people to do it. So she can get her degree probably even before 35. When the kids is potty trained, she can start going to night school or getting a degree from home or something. And then once the oldest is like 11 or 12, they can watch the kids. Or navigate it with coordinate it with grandma and the oldest kid, and yeah, then you can start your career at 35, and now you got it all. You got the family, you got the career, you got it all. That's how women can have it all. Other than that, nah.
Themselves a disjustice or injustice rather of, hey, I'm going to go 100% into my career, and then by the time I'm close to 50, then I'm going to circle back and try to build up my love life.
I have really prioritized my career.
She look good to me. She look good to me. Like, that's with no makeup. Let me go back. Well, that's a bad. Hold on.
Circle back and try to build up my love life.
I have really prioritized my career.
I mean, that don't look like a lot of makeup. She older. You can tell she older, but this ain't a bad looking woman at all. Not a bad looking woman at all.
You are handsome, you're super educated,
thank you.
you shine. Why are you having a hard time finding somebody?
I gotta be honest with you, I have prioritized other things.
Previously married.
So he sing Rainbow, right? Let's. I mean, I ain't knocking him, but I'm just saying, bro, just live in your truth. Don't trick nobody. Let's see these mannerisms real quick.
I have prioritized other things.
Previously married at all, or you were married to your career?
Married to my career, my little drum set.
How do you feel about
Little fairy drum boy. He's been married to his career and his drum set. So they played in her face by giving him a rainbow, man. They did play in her face like that. They did play in her face. Well, in a sense, okay, I'll give her this. That was an attractive woman. They kind of played her. They kind of played her. He's like 5'6". They could at least gave her a 5'9" dude who wasn't a fairy man. So they played her a bit. But they didn't play her because he might not be Morris Chestnut or something, or he might not make 200K. They ain't play her for that reason. But the fact that he a fairy man, they played her like that. And the fact they didn't play her if they didn't give her 6 feet, but they played her because they gave her like 5'6". So maybe they did play in her face a little bit. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. If you come on married at first sight to find a man at 50, you a beggar. So deal with it.
Previously married at all, or you were married to your career?
Married to my career, my little drum set.
Is that what I mean? Straight men don't say that, right? I was married to my career, my little drum set. Do straight men say that? I'm just playing. I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just okay. I'm just talking.
You are handsome, you're super educated,
thank you.
you shine. Why are you having a hard time finding somebody?
I gotta be honest with you, I have prioritized other things.
Previously married at all, or you were married to your career?
Married to my career, my little drum set.
how do you feel about that assessment that I made right there?
I think that's fair. I think I do appreciate acknowledging the differences in people
Yes.
and what makes them unique and respecting that. I also think the whole you can have it all. I looked at that in two ways. So it's interesting the way that you decided to take it.
Okay.
So you can have it all as far as you can have a successful career, you can have a marriage, you can have kids.
Well, shout out to her right there that's talking because she lost some weight for her husband. I'm proud of her. Now, let me. Well, we could dive in on that, but let me go back. I'm proud of her for losing the weight either way. But let's go back. I'm pretty sure this couple here is married. I'm almost positive that they're married and they've been married for years, minimum years. Because I've been looking at the show from time to time for years. But let me show you. I'm trying to see if I go to an old video when she was bigger. See how much weight she lost. Let's see. Or maybe I'm tripping. Was she big? I'm pretty sure she was big. Maybe I've just perceived her as big. No, she was a little bigger. Hold on. I'm getting to the old episodes. Hold on.
Welcome to It Takes Two.
Yeah, she was definitely bigger. See, I mean, maybe not crazy. She wasn't crazy big or nothing, but she definitely lost weight for sure. For sure. But anyway, let me. Okay, so she was definitely bigger, right? Definitely. You could just tell. So I mean, even on this picture here, this was a year ago, a little over a year ago. Um, she's not a bad looking woman. She's not a bad looking woman. Even chubby. Um, we'll see. Okay, let me put it like this too. Throughout history, I mean, the men weren't supposed to be the sexy ones, right? So, I mean, far as comparing their looks, I mean, do y'all think this is a looks match? Somebody let me know something in the comment section. Is this a looks match? I mean, I'm not really tripping either way because men aren't, like I said, men aren't supposed to be the good looking ones. But he's like average. I mean, like average at best. He's just a regular dude. I mean, I don't know if he's tall, but I just don't really get the sense that he's terribly tall. But I mean, I never seen him standing up, so I guess I wouldn't know. Um, he gives off the vibe that he's just a regular dude. I just put it like that. Now, this new her, hey, you know what happened when women lose weight? She might feel like I could do a little better than him. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. And I don't want to put it out in the air. I pray it doesn't happen. But your wife losing weight, it could be a little. It could potentially be a problem, but hopefully not. I just want to throw that out there. Make sure you matching the energy, bro. I mean, he don't look fat. I mean, he look like he could probably lose a few. Hey, match her energy, bro. Match her energy. Hope you in the gym with her.
You can have, everything that you want out of life, you can have it.
Yeah.
I think that, number one, I think that it's difficult to find a successful long-term relationship, especially in this day and age.
Okay.
I think that is possible that people can have that. I think it's more likely the other things you can have because it doesn't involve another person.
Yeah.
But when you start to talk about like dating and relationships, you have to have somebody who wants the same things that you do and are willing to be committed in the same way that you are.
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of times these days people have too many options that they don't feel like they want to or need to commit.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me say this too. Shout out to King Raven. Shout out to King Raven. Women don't want to work, bro. Like I mean, we went over this before. So this whole idea that they want it all, women don't want it all, bro. They want to be, truthfully, they want to be 1950 housewives, but they pick that shit too late. See, well, it's like I always say, women want the best of everything and the worst of nothing. Best of everything and the worst of nothing. And as some other man said before, they want whatever they don't have right now is what they want. So if they have a family and the husband paying all the bills, they want to be strong and independent, have their own job, and be able to do what they want to do with their own money, this and that. And if they are a strong, independent woman who don't got a man, I just want a husband and sit down with some kids. Whatever the major thing they don't have at the moment, they want the opposite. But I assure you, man, 90% of strong, independent boss babes with great careers and six figures, they don't want to do that shit till retirement. That shit was an ego project. Yeah, it was a hobby, an ego project. It was everything but I genuinely want to do this career and job until I'm 65. And even if I find a man who make 3 times as what I make, I still want to do this job because I love it and I still want to contribute half of what I make to the household and all that. No, that ain't what they want to do, bro. See, women become boss babes because they think it's gonna attract a boss nigga, and it don't work like that. If anything, it repels a boss nigga. That's why women become PhD doctors and this and that because most of them, not all of them, most of them, because they think that's gonna put them in the room. Well, it is gonna put them in a room with high value men, but those men aren't gonna want them in a lot of cases. Well, you know what? Let me not say that. Let me not say that because based on the studies, people marry within their realm. So high value men do usually date women who got something going on. Like, so maybe it's a red pill myth that all these successful stockbrokers and engineers or whatever the fuck, successful business owners and architects and brain surgeons and stuff marry, the waitress at uh Chili's because she was hot. Maybe that is a myth. Maybe they just boink the waitress at Chili's because she's hot. But when it comes to marrying and families combining, they date a woman who's more so somewhere on their level or somewhere in their realm. But my point is, women like this, see. So yeah, so here's the thing about women like this. So yeah, so let me say this. The high value women who get picked and get married. Oh, let me start like this. Let's talk about the women who are quote unquote high earning, high value women who are married. A good portion of them, I would imagine, was already with their man since high school or college or somewhere in their 20s before they even really worked their way up the corporate ladder. That's probably a lot of them. That's probably most of them, honestly. So that's one portion of high value women who seem like they have it all. The other portion may be a woman who did have her party phase, but she snapped out of it. She said, look, I got to get serious. I want it all at like 28, 30. And they like, look, I need to hurry up and find a man. And they snatch up some beta and get married and move on and move down the road. Now, whether they divorce some years later or whatever, that's neither here or there. But they smart enough to snap out of it and get a guy that's willing to marry them and check off the list. Um So by the time a woman 35, 40 looking to check off the checklist, baby, you missed a boat. You missed a bunch of boats. But then women like that who missed the boat, they think, well, just because I'm in these rooms, that mean they're gonna pick me. No, they already picked their wives. You old for marriage at 30, 32, 33. You're officially old for marriage. Just like women like this think just because I'm in the room, I'm in the high value rooms, they're gonna pick me because I'm pretty and I'm in your high value room. No, you actually still gotta be nurturing, submissive, sweet, caring, loyal. Like just because you're pretty and in a room with them and got the same PhD as them, don't make you wife material. That's what they don't get. So as I always say, look, if a woman's single at 35, 40, 45, trust me, there's a reason. There's a really, really horrible reason why she's still single at these ages.
To be committed in the same way that you are.
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of times these days people have too many options that they don't feel like they want to or need to commit.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing where it's just kind of like, yeah. But also as far as Nikki and her, basically her checklist.
Mhm.
I think it's fine to have a checklist.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine to have a checklist. I think that if your
Of course you would.
checklist
Of
narrows
course you would.
down your potential suitors,
Mhm.
then that's something that you have to be okay with.
Oh, that's fair.
And although Paul told Nikki that the average salary of a person in the U.S. is $60-something thousand, and she says, I know, I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Then she wants him to find the needle in the haystack that she couldn't find for herself.
Yeah.
Which begs the question to me, why didn't she get a matchmaker if she got all this money? And do like, I think about Patty.
That's another myth. Another myth. Getting a matchmaker doesn't make you desirable to high value men. You still the same piece of shit you were on Tinder. You like it don't make you like Just because you paid a matchmaker don't mean Morris Chestnut wants you now. Just because I paid a matchmaker. No, it don't work like that. Because a lot of matchmakers stop working with women because they don't even want the man that they match with them. They stick because he ain't even good enough for them. Even when they do go find a tall, fairly handsome 200K man, yeah, girl, but his belt ain't match his shoes. So what? Yeah, a matchmaker can't fix this. A matchmaker might even turn them down. Like, no, you're not even ready for a relationship. I had you fill out my, client assessment paperwork, and you ain't even ready for a relationship. They probably would get turned down by a matchmaker.
Singer, because I used to watch her Millionaire Matchmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Why not get a matchmaker to try to find the exact person that you were describing? Maybe that person doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Maybe that person doesn't want, which no offense to her, a 40-something-year-old woman who may or may not be able to have kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that you have to take into consideration is like, yes, you want this person and all these values that they have, but does that person want you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that as far as like the idea of you can have it all, I think you can if you meet the right person. But when you're dealing with people in relationships, that's something that really I think is luck and God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I want to specify what do I mean by have it all, right? I think when people let society define what all means, then you're not going to have it all, right? I believe I have it all. Like what I have a loving wife. I have a beautiful house. You get what I'm saying? I'm building a career. Like I have it all because I get to decide what all is.
Yeah.
Right?
What's important to
What's
you.
important. But the thing about it is if I don't prioritize like what all means to me, then I will let society decide what all means. And society changes, like it's basically trends. This could be trending this year, this could be trending another year. And I do believe that there are a lot of women that I know personally who trade off basically, I'm going to be 100% focused in my career, knowing that the trade-off, or maybe they don't know in the moment, because they feel like, hey, if I do the hard part first, in the sense of building my career, getting to the top of the business ladder and things like that, the corporate ladder, then maybe the easy part will be just finding someone. Right?
No. I almost would say having a successful relationship is. See, what's harder, getting a PhD or finding a high value man to take you serious at 40? I think the latter would be more hard.
Right? But let me talk to you from a male perspective.
Can I add one thing to that?
Go ahead.
I also think, which me and one of my best friends, we talked about basically how we feel like.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get a water. My bad, my bad, my bad.
And this might be a big generalization, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Help me.
It's like I don't think a lot of black women were taught how to date.
Facts.
I think that for a lot of black women, like in our culture, you're taught like, you know, especially if you grew up like in a religious or even halfway religious type of household, don't have sex. Don't be dating, bringing boys around this house.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. You dating is dumb. You shouldn't be dating. Like, I mean, even from a religious standpoint, the family should be saying at 16, 17, or yeah, at 16, 17, oh, bring a boy around this house. Y'all not gonna be having sex. Y'all not gonna have unmonitored dates or whatever. But yeah, bring a boy around the house. We're gonna monitor the date, but we want to start getting to know a young man to court him as a family to be your husband. That's the dumb thing religious people do. Just no boys, head in the books, no boys. We religious. No, you need to be trying to court her a husband so she can get married young.
And by the time you're 20 something years old, they want to ask, okay, so when you get married, when you having a baby? And there's nothing in that in between to help you learn how to date and learn and get to know people as you go and figure out what it is that you like and what you don't like. And I think that's why just the influence.
See, that's the problem right there. It ain't. I ain't gonna say it just completely ain't about what you like, but that's not your role. Like, it's not about what you like, woman, girl. That's why the dad posed the pic. It's about who's gonna make a good husband, not what you like, because that's swag and height. Bars. Not morals, values, character, integrity, discipline, being responsible.
Of just the culture and social media has such an impact on black women, I feel like, because nobody is really bringing them up with that. I think education, I think you know, respectability, like all those types of things are like taught and encouraged, but when it comes to dating, it's don't do it until it's time to marry, and at that point you don't know what you're doing.
Now before I give you the male perspective, because you took me another way, and I actually want to specify this right here. She said that she feels like she worked hard to be where she is.
Yeah.
And she's not going to sacrifice, that's a key word, basically her financial wants and needs, as she described it, to paraphrase, to basically say, hey, the most I compromise is $200,000. Then you're on the wrong show, Nikki. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why, and truth be told, even though she said that, I'm actually listening to what she's not saying, right? More times than not, a lot of people ascribe to this type of red pill mentality without them knowing that it's red pill, right? With this idea of, oh, my man needs to make this much in order for me to respect him, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like that's what she is saying, in my opinion.
And that's the dangerous part. Because your respect for a person shouldn't be off of what they make.
Exactly. But the thing about it is, she wants a certain type of guy
that demands respect.
Because of his income, because of the work he does. Now, I understand that in Seattle, the average salary in Seattle is like 6 figures and things like that. 'Cause it's
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. See, the lies just get spread on the internet. I looked this up because I was watching something else like this yesterday. The average individual median income, they probably talking about household income. Somebody probably looked it up and they know how to read the AI prompt right or whatever. The average individual income in Seattle is $71,000. And even if it was 134, bitch, you still don't qualify for it.
Tech town.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you are, and this may seem mean to say, because like I said, she has worked hard to be where she is. If you are the one that already makes the money, you get what I'm saying? And the only thing that is missing out of your life is a partner, and you want a partner, Why can't that person make $80,000?
Because she doesn't want them to, and I think that's perfectly fine. I think that that's my thing, is like, I don't think people should lower their wants or their expectations or standards or whatever you may call it, just because people say, well, you can find someone easier if you.
Baby, I get what, see, sis. Yeah, people can have whatever standards she wants. She don't qualify for them. So yeah, she don't gotta. I agree. Women don't have to quote unquote settle. Stay single. I ain't making you settle. Stay single. You doing men a favor by staying single, because what's making you think you would even make a good partner? Before we get into what this one and that one make, who told you would even make a good partner to a bum, to a literal homeless man? You wouldn't make a good partner to a homeless man. Can we dive in on that?
Where is she getting this idea that she'd even make a good partner? When women end up like this, it should get to a point where government should just appoint them a man to marry. They just have to do it, or just be alone. They should not be legally allowed to make decisions in dating on their own at this point. You would, like, seriously, you would just be better off just being alone and just jacking off the porn. Honestly, you'll be 100 times better off not dealing with any of this. Most guys would be better off just buying a hooker, but building a good relationship with maybe two or three different hookers, because you don't get tired of fucking on one. Get like two or three different.
Lower their wants or their expectations or standards or whatever you may call it, just because people say, well, you can find someone easier if you open up the door to more options for yourself. I think that if your bar is $200,000, let it be $200,000.
But it's not real.
And come to the understanding that you are going to have some slim pickings, but you're going to keep your bar the same. You know what I'm saying? But because my thing is, like, I would hate for somebody to try to lower their bar and then they're over here, being basically like trying to flex on somebody and trying to assert their power and their dominance and stuff like that, because the things that they hold as valuable, they hold it over the other person's head.
No.
Well, let me just nip all this. She's right. Like, here's the thing. Most woes' destination is misery. And that's why most men who marry woes' destination is misery, because most woes' destination is misery. And, misery love company. So most people are doomed to misery in a relationship. Mostly because most women are doomed to misery no matter what. So if you decide to live with a woman, most of those guys are doomed to misery, because she's going to make sure your life hell too if she feeling miserable. So I say all that to say, look, ain't no happiness nowhere for this woman. The difference is the miserable women who won in the dating market, they going to have 401ks, houses. They got a man that cut the grass. They got a man that take care of when they sick. They got way more than this woman is going to have. So they comfortable in their misery in a comfortable house with a man to help them with life. So they still living a better life, and they're still more content and happy. Even in misery, they're more content and happy than a woman that we talking about ever will be. That's the difference. Most of them gonna end up miserable. That don't really matter. But it's about who have a better life and more protection and more help in life. Because let's be clear, even if she met Mr. Perfect, she's just gonna sabotage it, and she ain't gonna be happy with that. She's gonna find a reason to not be happy with him either. So yeah, ain't no happiness no more. We might as well take happiness out of the equation. Yeah, she's gonna destroy whatever man she get with, whether you make 500K, 200K, or 2K.
their power and their dominance and stuff like that, because the things that they hold as valuable, they hold it over the other person's head.
No,
so
listen.
it's just kind of like, if you can't be in a dynamic to where you make more and you still like respect the qualities of the person that makes them an actual partner, then you need to stay where you're at.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're just having a conversation.
Because on both sides, there are not a lot of men, right? Granted, this may not be majority, but I think it's above average, that will humble themselves as an $80,000 salary to someone who makes $250.
Yeah, there's not a lot of men.
There's not a lot of men who would do that.
Yeah.
So I can see if
I disagree. I highly disagree. I think the average man that make 80K, if he met a woman who was in his age preference, whatever that may be. So, okay, I'll give you an example. A 35-year-old man who made 35-year-old man who make 80K. He met a 25-year-old beautiful, submissive, sweet woman who make 250K. I don't know one man who would be like, nah, I can't mess with her, bro. She beautiful, she submissive, she kind, she nurturing, she always looking out for me. I can't do it though, bro, because I make 80 and she make 250. Can't even do it, bro. I don't know one man who would say that.
majority, but I think it's above average, that will humble themselves as an $80,000 salary to someone who makes $250.
Yeah, there's not a lot of men.
Oh no, cause real, I'm just gonna say real niggas. No, that's my 250K now. And not that he gonna debo it, but no, I'm the man. I'm still the man of the house. Like men with balls, especially if he 10 years older, he's still gonna feel like, no, I'm still Big Daddy. I'm gonna rein that 250 in. Go ahead and deposit most of that in my account. No, yeah. Like, let me put it like this: even if there are a lot of men, or I don't even know if it's a lot, but anyway, even if some of those men, or whatever percentage it is of those men who would be a little insecure about it, they still gonna take the deal and try to work through it. I promise you.
Average, that will humble themselves as an $80,000 salary to someone who makes $250.
Yeah, there's not a lot of men.
There's not a lot of men who would do that.
Yeah.
So I can see it from her POV of, hey, I don't even want to play those games of basically you feeling emasculated because I make my money and you make your money.
Example, Akachi and MM that season.
Potentially.
As soon as he saw her house and her air fryer.
Maybe, right?
He started acting up.
Well, no, I mean, see, let me touch on this. A lot of men aren't men based on who they are as men. They're men. Their manhood is attached to how much money I make, how many muscles I got. My manhood ain't attached to that. So, and maybe most men's manhood is attached to things like that. So they would be insecure. I wouldn't be insecure because I'm the man I am. 20K, 2K, no K. I'm the man I am, and worthy of leading. I'm worthy of leading a woman just as I am. So yeah, I wouldn't, if a chick got a nicer house and be cool, do your thing. If we work out, I'm about to be all in this motherfucker naked cooking eggs anyway, so it don't really matter.
Example, Akachi and MM that season.
Potentially.
As soon as he saw her house and her air fryer.
Maybe, right?
He started acting a fool.
Yeah, but I think Akachi had some other issues.
Yeah,
right?
that too.
But also, what about the guy that doesn't have issues though? Because here's the thing about it: her request is still picking from the minority.
Yeah.
So if her request of trying to find a 6 foot, $300,000 man with basically a big penis, basically, because that's basically what she's trying to do. She's trying to build a bear, right? If she want all these great things that make a guy that she did not get herself, to your point, how do you know he wants you? And number two, that pool is still the minority anyway. So you're still picking from a pool of minorities, right? My thing is, when it comes to Nikki, based on her requests and then seeing how she interacted with Sean, it does kind of give off like ooh, you are kind of mean a little bit.
And that's the thing is like, I think that some guys can definitely start getting insecure and start taking that out on their partner for
100%.
being a higher earner or more successful. But also I think that some women can be demeaning and emasculating.
Yes.
And so it's like a two-way street that can get really ugly when power dynamics start getting involved.
100.
But you don't. But see, but this is. I'm just gonna keep making this point. I'm Big Papa Pump. Like you don't have any power. I got the testes. You're not running nothing. I don't care how much money you make. If you with any woman who's with me, you got to get on my program. And I'm not saying that I'm just such an alpha. No, it's not about that. Like I'll just lead. It's cool. Like I'm not gonna swing on you. I'm not about to. I can't make you do nothing. Look, get on my program or let's not be together. Ain't no hard feelings. I wish you the best, sister. That there is no other option. You're not running nothing in a relationship with me. Period. You're not talking to me crazy. If you don't see me as big dog, I won't be with you. The woman got to see me as big dog for me to stay in a relationship on some level. Well, how do I word this? I'm not staying in a relationship where a woman is just completely not on my program. Women are rebellious, I get it. But once she get to the point where she just basically like, F my program, I'm out. You can't just say blatantly F my program. I get it. Women gonna rebel, they gonna test boundaries, they gonna get a little disrespectful from time to time. That's one thing. But just to say, I ain't really worried about what you talking about when it come to nothing. I'm out. I'm running it or nothing. I don't care if she pay all the bills. I'm running it. I can make no money and she can make 400K. I'm running it. Like, what? That's my money now. I'm not talking about the first week that we start dating, but I'm saying if we get in a relationship and we've been together for years and we talking about whatever, having kids, or we about to legit build a life and get a house, or like, yeah, that's our money now. Ain't no power dynamic attached to that money because I'm the boss, because I'm the man. Not just because I'm the man, because I am who I am. Not just because I got a dick and balls, because I am RB Sensei and all that comes with that. Not just because I got a dick and balls. Because I'm smarter than you, I got more common sense than you, I lead better than you. That's why I'm the man. Not just because I'm a man. Because I can do the job better than you can do the job. That's why you need to listen to me. I'm just your leader. And even if you are better at me than something, cool, you could do that. I don't got an ego with it. Cool, you could handle this or make the decision on that because you're better at me than that. But I'm still overall your leader and your man, and you need to follow my program. Period. I don't care nothing about that money. That money don't make you the man of the house. And if I made that and you didn't make nothing, that money don't make me man of the house. My mind, my heart, my my discipline, me being responsible, all that stuff make me who I am. Not that 400,000.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I fear that, and this is me putting a guess to it, and let me know in the comments what y'all think, plus ones and Blair. I feel like as beautiful as Nikki is, right?
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there may have been a time in her 20s, early 20s, late 20s, even early 30s, to where I fear that she may have missed out on that guy to build with. Dude, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing about, and I understand why she may feel like, hey, my guy got to make this much at 40-something years old, because that is usually the age for a man that he's at, like, basically the peak of his career.
And you should have done something with your time.
Something with it, right? So I understand why.
Well, yeah, doing something with your time don't mean 200, 250K. Look, let me say this real quick. By the time a woman got a salary on her love, a salary requirement on who she can love, she is fucking cooked on the dating market. She's cooked, and that's why 25 and under is that sweet spot. Before women start having, well, these days, these new age women, they be 19 talking about you gotta make 200K, but that's some old different type of delusion, so social media dysfunction, delusional new shit. But I'm just saying, like, back in the days, even early 2000s or whatever, Mid 2000s. You know, under 25 is when they could really still love you. She haven't been jaded. She only maybe had sex with one dude, if any. She could still bond with a man for who he is as a person. Once a woman starts saying you got to make this amount to date me, she's fucking cooked and not worth it, frankly.
She feel like she don't want to build at 46 years old. 100%. I'm
Yeah.
100% on your side.
Yeah,
But
I agree with that.
But also, I'm looking at what have you done in the past 20 years or even 25 years to where you chose, because you did a trade-off. And I know it's not fair for women because women have a clock to where after a certain age, it start getting dangerous to have kids and things like that, right? You made a trade-off. And Sean made that same trade-off as well.
Yeah.
That their career was more important than their love life.
Mm-hmm.
That to the point where even now,
Sean is a rainbow man. That's why he's 47, never married, no kids, because he's a rainbow man, I think. If I had to guess. I ain't putting it on him, maybe he not, because some dudes just feminine. Let me address that real quick. Some dudes just have feminine characteristics, and they really aren't a bate boy. They just got feminine characteristics. I understand that. And even if he is a rainbow man, I don't got no, I mean, hey, do your thing, bro. I don't like when dudes lie and live double lives. That's when I got a problem with them. But I already addressed it. These people aren't putting romance on the back burner for decades. They're failing with everything they try on the dating market. It's not because they put career first.
they're not taking the reins of their love life. They're like, I want someone else to pick my husband for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want someone to pick my wife for me. I feel like if you're willing to be so intentional with other parts of your life and not that specific part when it comes to your love life, then you can't have that checklist.
But that's why I say, like, I don't think Married at First Sight played her. I think she played herself.
She played herself in her real life.
Because I'm just like, if you have all this criteria and you're not going to be happy otherwise,
mm-hmm.
like you going on a television show to where you have to learn to love somebody,
yeah,
and you sight unseen,
yes,
and you know that that's not you and you can't do that, or that's not something that you have practice in doing, then you're playing yourself.
100%.
You're signing up for basically like 8 weeks of hell.
And look who they match her up with, right? Yeah. They heard that she is a what type of sexual? She's a sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual.
She's a sapiosexual, and that's all they took from her.
Yeah.
Everything else she said that she wants, they said, "Oh, you are attracted to someone's intellect and things like that. Okay, we got somebody for you. Okay, we don't care about the salary. We don't care about the height. We don't care about the looks. You don't care about the looks because you said you're this. So we go get somebody who is intelligent." So who do they bring for her? They matched her up with Sean, mm-hmm. right? One thing that Sean said to us that stuck out to me was that growing up, he said he was sex deprived.
I grew up Christian,
Mm-hmm.
like you never would believe. My dad was a pastor.
Okay.
So I was very sexually deprived and told not to talk about it for most of my childhood and early adult life. So it was around 28, 29 that I began discovering what sensuality and sexuality was for me.
Meaning you didn't lose your virginity till 28, 29.
So I lost it at 21, but then I didn't have sex again until I was 29.
Wow.
And he grew up in church.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in church. So I know what it means.
All right. Oh man, so this is let's just go over a little bit of this. Because this is a woman who says, the show has a vendetta against black women. The typical victimhood. Let's just see what she's talking about.
Season 20, episode 3.
Look at this. Look at just a hot piece of F meat. That's all they care about. Now this is a chick who was on. Well, y'all ain't gonna remember that, but just this picture right here says it all. Never mind. I don't need to tell y'all what to think. Just look at that picture right there. It's a 30+ woman, by the way. Still trying to lead with with yams and clams and just never mind.
Let me get something straight with y'all, because y'all have me and Nikki fucked up. When I look through these...
See, aggression. She already come on the screen gang banging the first 3 seconds. She come on the screen gang banging with a bad weave, whatever. I can see That oh my goodness, man. Finger pointing and gang banging. The first 4 seconds of coming on the screen. And they wonder why they Lily's married. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. I couldn't even get how far are we in the video? We only 15 seconds into the video, folks. I can already see why you're single, ma'am. No man wants a woman who talk like that. Even gangbangers. Gangbangers don't want women who act like this. The most hood of the hood dudes don't want women like this. This is sick.
I have me and Nikki fucked up. When I look through these couples, everybody got what they asked for aesthetically, except the black women's. Everybody got what they asked for aesthetically, except the black women's, okay? Marissa and Adam.
This victimhood complex that y'all have as B-dubs, it's not ever gonna help you in life. It's never gonna get you the results you want in life. It isn't. Why did you have to go to the white man to find your man, black woman? Never mind.
Except the black women's. Everybody got what they asked for aesthetically, except the black women's, okay? Marissa and Adam. Marissa literally got the man who ghosted her 2 years ago. The man who ghosted her 2 years ago. Okay, thanks to Chris Colleen and his consistent violence against women, a man who ghosted Marissa 2 years ago is now married to her and will be reupholstering her guts tonight. Okay, on this episode that we watching. Courtney wanted somebody athletic. They gave her Nick, who played 3 damn sports while he was at MIT, okay? Bella Jolie wanted somebody good looking. She got that. Michelle asked for somebody tall and athletic.
Wait, but hold on. I thought they was playing in black women face and black women this and black women that. But you literally just contradicted what you said about Mavs has a vendetta against black women. They're a joke. You see how easy it is to expose that they're a joke? We not even a minute in, folks. Bars. You literally just said the show has a vendetta against black women. Hold on.
This episode that we watching. Courtney wanted somebody athletic. They gave her Nick, who played 3 damn sports while he was at MIT, okay? Bella Jolie wanted somebody good looking. She got that.
But that's a black woman. I thought they had a vendetta against black women, but they gave this black woman what she wanted. Oh, you can't make it up. They don't care about stuff making sense. They don't.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
You just saying anything now, ho.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas fire out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Michelle asked for somebody tall and athletic. She got that. Caitlyn asked for a football player. They couldn't give her football. They gave her a rugby star, okay? And she got that. So I'm not understanding why some of y'all are playing stupid when it comes to Nikki. Nikki was asked what she wanted in a man. She wanted somebody at least 5'10". All right? She said, of course, I want me a little 6-footer, but 5'10" is good. She wanted somebody at least 5'10". They went and gave her Pastor Kyle Jr., whose feet can't even reach the floor from the couch unless he's sitting at the tip of it.
No, okay, I'll give her that. Cause I said that earlier in the stream. They ain't have to give her 6 feet, but they gave her damn 5'4". they could at least gave her 5'8", 5'9". I'll give y'all that one.
Paul Brunson asked her, hey, what salary are you looking for? She said $250,000 or up. And he said, girl, now you know the stats now. You know the stats. It's hard for me. It's really hard for us to do that when the average salary in America is $65,000. And she said, I mean, okay. And she's like, I know the stats. And he said, so what is your floor? And she said, I'm willing to do $200,000. Okay? So when she said that to Paul Brunson, he should have told her, hey, we ain't got that in stock. You looking for somebody 5'10", 6 foot, and you want him to make $200,000? Pick one. It's going to be either or. They didn't even give her that. They didn't even give her that. Y'all keep saying, her expectations ain't realistic. Her expectations ain't realistic. Well, they should have told her, hey, girl, we ain't got that in stock. Instead, she was asked her floor, and he was like, okay.
What is the minimum range for your partner?
250. I just want to.
It's just, and it's unfortunate. I mean, not unfortunate. I mean, I think this is a really pretty woman, actually.
It's the minimum range.
What a waste. She like 90s fine, 90s black woman fine, and just a complete waste. It's just, oh man.
For your partner.
250. I just want to play it back so we can all watch it together. He said, what is the salary you looking for? 250. He said, what is your salary? She said 250. What are you looking for from your partner? At least 250. Stay with me.
The average salary is in the United States.
Yes, I've heard all the stats.
Set at 64. So at 200, why is that not acceptable?
So now he's trying to get her to move around, okay? He's trying to get her to move around, and he's trying to get her logic. So then she says this.
I've worked hard to attain a certain level of financial success.
Let's be clear. I get it. You work at a certain financial level of success, but for what? Are you trying to go 50-50? Even, okay, let's say this. If I do make $250K, you going 50-50 on bills with me? I bet you don't want to go 50. Oh, I'll just cover, the groceries with my $250K. and let's be clear, that's why women are so stringent on the man making $250K when they make whatever $250K, because she's not trying to put the bulk of her $250K to the family bills. You have to make $250K to maintain my current $250K lifestyle. Because once a man come in, oh yeah, I get to pocket most of my $250K.
And I've been in situations where the earning delta started to emasculate.
So she's letting him know, hey, when I have dated men who have made less than me, and whenever I've been in a situation where I've made more than the man that I'm dating, he then would feel emasculated. Okay? It would put me in danger. I would have to deal with top tier bitch assness.
Is a
They don't mention how they belittle and emasculate that man. They're never going to mention that.
deal breaker.
I maybe would be open to 200.
I would be okay with $200,000. What was Paul's response? Okay, that's your floor? She says yes. He says okay. Then they turn around and put her with a man who doesn't meet that. Who doesn't meet what she's looking for aesthetically, who doesn't meet what she's looking for financially. The top two factors that affect most relationships. Okay?
Also, we got to keep it a bean. Most men who are in a certain financial position, they're not going to apply for MFers, right?
Thank you. And I said that. Yeah, so she at least keeping it somewhat real. This one right here, she ain't completely delusional.
We do got to keep that part of our perspective as well. Most men who come on MFers, Love is Blind, all these, like a lot of these reality shows for dating, these are MFers with no headboard. These motherfuckers they don't be having no motherfucking headboard. They don't have a pot to piss in or cook in. You know what I mean? So
Black women has to curse the most more than any other demographic of women. They're just trash. I'm sorry, they just are. They don't have to be. They choose to be. Like, not all of them, but this is. I don't want to hear no woman cussing more than I do. I mean, I don't cuss a lot, but why are you cussing every other word? There's a reason you single, man.
I don't see a lot of men who are making $250,000 having difficulty finding a wife. Okay? Like, I don't see a man making $250,000 rushing to go on MFers. So I have to be honest about that. Okay. So while I don't think Nikki is delusional, I do think she is a little delusional to think that she had to come on this show to find what she's looking for.
So I'm not here to debate whether or not she was delusional for going on Married at First Sight. I think anybody in 2025 or beyond who decides to go on a Chris Colleen raggedy ass production, you are asking for violence, okay? You are asking for it. I have been standing in my podium for 6 years, for a long, Sam Cooke long, letting y'all hoes know that Chris Colleen raggedy ass hates black women, and y'all still keep going on his show. So, so I'm not here to debate that. What I am going to debate is the fact that Nikki was asked what she was looking for. It's on camera. She was asked what she was looking for, and she was not provided that at all. At all. Miss MAGA got what she asked for. Okay?
Black people got to make everything about race, and that's why I don't fuck with most black people. Well, that's one of the many reasons I don't fuck with most black people. Everything not about fucking race. That shit is that shit getting tired. Like black fatigue, I get it. Because everything not about fucking race. It's time for black people to let that race shit go. Yeah, you black, don't nobody like you, ain't nobody ever gonna like you. Stop talking about it. That's where I'm at with it. I'm black. Don't nobody like my black ass. I'm cool with it. I'm moving on with my life. Let me focus on something else. They ain't never gonna like my black ass. They always gonna try to hold me down. I'm gonna do the best I can to overcome it and then move on from there. But I ain't bitching about it and constantly talking about it and make it my whole existence. That's racism. That's racism. It's because I'm black. Black. It's because I'm black. They white. They against me because I'm black. Man, that shit get old. That shit get fucking old.
Miss I Froze My Eggs got what she asked for. Okay. Miss He Ghosted Me 2 years ago, but here we are down the aisle, got what she's asking for. Okay. Miss Football got Mr. Rugby. Okay. Everybody else got what they were asking for. At the very least, aesthetically. I am not going to sit here and play these little reindeer games with y'all where y'all are going to act as if they're not playing in this black woman's face on this show. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
So what about Sean? He's a human. You're not even talking about him and how he feels getting treated like shit by this woman. Because women don't have character for the most part. They only care about themselves. See, this shit, I don't know, man. If Tasha K can keep a husband, and she's fucking horrendous. If Tasha K can keep a husband, that shit bad for you bitches who can't get a man.
Nikki said what she was looking for in a husband, Paul Brunson should have told her, hey, sister, we don't got it. We ain't got it. We not have that. We not have that. We ain't got it. Instead, it was, okay. And so that is like letting her know that, oh, y'all got it. Y'all got it. And then a lot of y'all keep saying, oh, I mean, she's 46. She's 46. She's been single since she was in her 30s. I don't give a I don't give a fuck.
But men do. It don't matter what you give a fuck about. You don't got to date her. Men give a fuck.
I don't care. Bottom line, she made her preferences known. Bottom line, she made her preferences known. Everybody else got what they was asking for, but she didn't. Everybody else got what they were asking for, but she didn't. Okay? And during Black Women's, y'all not about to be playing in Nikki Face Black Women's Month. I'm not going to sit here and act like that wasn't intentional. It feels as if we're going to pick you to teach you a lesson. No, bitch, don't teach me no mother lessons. I don't need to learn no motherfucking lessons on Married at First Sight where I'm marrying somebody.
Okay, let's see what black women are saying. Most of them are saying, yeah, don't try to dismiss black women's standards. Black women don't deserve no standards because they're the worst women on the dating market easily. Hygiene, attitude, and some more shit. Black women deserve whatever the fuck they can get. Because most black women are fucking trash in multiple areas of the dating market. Once again, including hygiene. People gonna get what the fuck they qualify for. And I ain't saying black men are just these saints. But no, yeah, a bad hygiene black bitch deserve a bad hygiene black nigga. And 200K don't change that. Because women think looks is everything. If your personality and attitude dusty, you're a dusty. So you deserve a dusty nigga. I don't care how pretty you are, how many PhDs you get. But it got to be some black women with some sense in here. Let's see. This one says they should have sent Nikki home. She was not going to get a 40-plus-year-old man, tall, attractive, and 250K a year. He is not on Mavs. They should have told her no. Instead, they are going to make her seem wrong for not liking the nice guy. Yeah, it's just a bunch of black woman victimhood in the comments. Black women, don't be mad that you're not getting these 250K men, because if you qualify for them, you will get them. All that now they talking about the patriarchy. They play with our black queen so bad. Let's see if I'm just trying to see if I see one black woman with sense. It's gonna be like finding a needle in a haystack. Okay, maybe this is one, unless this is a guy. Says, well, Nikki did say she was a sapiosexual. I went through that phase too until I met a man with a face only a mother could love. And since I'm not a mother, I quickly moved past it. Yeah, more man bashing. Hey, black men, if you listen, stay the fuck away from black women. Period, nigga. Including the ones in your family if they like this. That's my message to you. I mean, my brother, not nigga. I'm sorry, my brother.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yep.
Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you for good evening. Thank you for accepting me. So if I'm dating a guy, right, and he's great, like he's really, really great, like he's very responsible. There are a few issues that I do have with him. When we do get into issues, like he likes to regurgitate things to me that I've spoken to him
Wait,
about
wait,
in confidence.
real quick. Just a couple questions. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have one.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
And you divorced?
Yes.
And
6 years now.
Huh?
6 years now.
You've been divorced for 6 years?
Yes.
Okay. And the man that you were married, is that your child's father?
Yes.
Did you have the child during the marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
He's my high school sweetheart. We were together since we were 15.
Okay. And so you've been single for 6 years. Okay. All right.
Yeah, single. Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
It is. To be, I mean, yeah, it is. Look at his face, everybody. Like, I mean, it is, but hey, that's that face. I mean, it is, but I ain't saying nothing. Ah.
I mean, you divorced, but go ahead.
Yes, okay. I actually, okay, anyways, but yeah, so he's great. Like everything is cool for the most part. But like I said, like things that I've told, like expressed to him in confidence, or like just things.
She will never love him. A simp who's taking a woman serious, who's a 28-year-old woman who's been single for 6 years with a kid and a divorce under her belt at 28. She will never love him. She will never fucking respect him. Let's just play this shit one more time.
she knows her value has dropped, right? And pay attention because this is where women end up in complete misery for the rest of their lives. Once they end up in these age brackets and have to get married after 27, 28, 29, 30, she knows that any man who will happily take her on must be of lower value. Why? Because she is now of lower value. The woman now has to weigh her options. Do I just keep living alone and all my friends are married and do have kids and now I'm just alone with my cats, wine, and buffalo burgers and prescription medications? Or get with this guy who must be clearly low value because he's fucking with me. A woman over 28, 29, 30, and or a single mother woman will never love you. You are not what she wanted. You can't be. Okay, in her eyes, you can never be that.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Things that I thought that I could feel safe with telling him. He like tends to weaponize those things. Like for instance, I'll just say for shits and giggles, or I actually put on like I'll actually put out there like a realistic scenario. So
Yeah, give me an actual scenario. Yes, please.
okay, so
That happened, not an act. Like, give me an actual scenario.
no, I'm gonna give you actual. I heard you. I'm gonna give you an actual scenario. So so we went to the movies, and I had like something that I had to go do. And and so he had just bought a motorcycle, so we were gonna go to the movies, but I had something that I had to go do until we went to the movies. So he asked me to take him to the storage, and
Let me this is random, but it just I think God sent this to my brain to say. And obviously there's exceptions to the rule, but I just said recently, like just black men stay the fuck away from most black women, period, including the ones in your family if they own bullshit. But that goes for black men too. I would tell black men to stay the fuck away from all the toxic black men as well, who just want to playfully quote unquote playfully roast you, make fun of you, be on some toxic shit. Always in an argument, always trying to argue. That their whole personality is it instigates arguments and fights and negativity, even playful negativity. Black man, try to stay the fuck away from that as much as you can. See, I think a lot of guys are being held back by the friend group that they're hanging around. I don't want to hang around a bunch of idiot men trying to roast all day. That's not helping me advance mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. It's not. I'm cool. I'd rather be a loner, man. Read a book or something by myself. I see a lot of male, in my opinion, friend groups. It's based on negativity, whether it's playful or not. I don't want negative energy around me, even playful negative energy. It's not helping me be a better man. It's not helping my life in any way. And a lot of black men they're traumatized and they just don't bullshit too. They just don't bullshit too. I'm not gaining nothing from being around you, bro. Not that I have to gain something, but it's not. This isn't a positive environment when you around. Anyway, I just had that on my heart.
he just kept forgetting stuff. Like he forgot his keys. And mind you, I'm extremely patient. Like I know things happen, so I don't really be tripping. Like I don't. He's able and free to do like I'm not here to possess him. I don't own him. Like I'm just not that way. I'm not the.
She definitely trying to possess him and own him because he's a punk for even taking her serious. See, this is that AD loop of misery. I ain't even gonna play the meme, but I just played the part 2 of the AD loop of misery. But the AD loop of misery is any dude who's gonna take her serious from here on out, she's not gonna respect from the door. So she can't be happy with a man from now on. Because the fact that he's even staying is the part that she don't like. Because she knows she ain't worth it and ain't shit. So by definition, any dude who would stay ain't worth it and ain't shit. So she ain't gonna be happy with that. So yeah, she's doomed for life.
The kind of girl that goes through phones. I'm not like jealous about who he follows on Instagram. Like I just kind of rather see who he is to know who I'm around. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So we've been together for like I guess 2 years. He like said get all your stuff, move in with me, whatever. Anyways,
That don't even make sense. You You you've been divorced for 6 years. Wait, what? You 28 and you've been divorced for 6 years, but you've been in a relationship for 2 years. But you're 28. So you got married and divorced with a kid by 20? This bitch is lying.
So I take him to the store and he forgets all these things. And then, like, I'm like, okay, I'm on a time limit. I'm like, letting you know, like, okay, letting him know I'm on a time limit. So, but I'm not rushing him. But I'm like, hey, so then I'm like, if this was me and I left all these things, you'd be screaming at me and saying, how I'm so,
Okay, let's get to the what is your assertion? Finish so I can give you a response.
okay. So I told him that I needed for him to come with me because I didn't want to have like a panic attack. And then like as soon as I brought that up with him,
hold on, I didn't hear you. You need him to do what? I didn't hear you.
I needed him to come with me on this trip because I didn't want to have a panic attack because I had gotten into an accident, so I have a thing about driving. So then I asked him to come.
See, this is all the bullshit you gotta deal with. She had panic attacks. See, she already got a kid, a divorce under her belt. Now she got panic attacks, so I gotta ride with you to go get some tampons so you don't have a panic attack. See, this is all the dumb shit that you signing up for.
Come with me, and then he used that when I said, "Oh, if this was me, taking all this time and, you know, being extra, like stopping you, making you late for your appointment." I said, "If this was me, you would have been."
The reason it doesn't make sense. The reason it doesn't make sense because she's trying to tell the story without making it seem like she did anything wrong in the story. That's why she's having a hard time getting the sentence out and putting this shit together. Because she's trying to say the story, but also leave out all the parts where she was wrong while telling the story. That's why she's struggling.
Pissed off, and he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm not the one that has to have somebody come with them because they're gonna have a panic attack." Do you know what I'm saying? Like he'll use the things
Okay,
that
you do realize like you did the same exact thing first, right?
What do you mean?
You said if this was me, you would have did this. So you laid the initial foundation of that. If he genuinely was forgetting things and it was stuff out of his control, then why were you even coming at him if it was genuinely him just making mistakes, which happens, especially for something that wasn't in his plan, that he decided to go and do something for you. He made a couple mistakes. He was late. Okay. But you do realize, hold on. You do realize when you say, well, if this was me, what you're doing is like, what is he supposed to say back to that? What you're doing is it's a manipulation tactic. So people do that, like, well, if this was me, you would have did this. So you did the same exact thing, you just did it first, and he responded to you with the same exact behavior. You didn't like it.
Now, okay, far as is Ant CEO's channel gonna get really big? I don't know, man. Like when Kevin Samuels was blowing up as a man who was making red pill content years before Kevin Samuels blew up, I'm like, how the fuck is the algorithm letting this man blow up talking like this? I still haven't figured it out. Was it because he was wearing a suit and the background looked nice? I don't know. Maybe he knew somebody at YouTube. I don't know how Kevin Samuels. Well, he went viral. Well, he did go viral. He did go viral with the whole average at best thing, and that definitely helped blow him up. But I don't know, man. It's hard as fuck to blow up, bro, on YouTube. It really is. I don't know what the magic sauce is. So ain't no telling. Ant don't wear the nice suits with the nice background though, so I think that might hurt him. He seemed like he too niggerish to blow. I don't think he gonna blow up. He got to change up he's too niggerish to blow up in my opinion. But I could be right. I could be wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Wish him the best. But if I had to take a guess, he ain't gonna blow up like Kevin Samuels. Oh, also, yeah, the pro black thing that ain't gonna help him either. Yeah, that ain't gonna help him either. Well, Kevin Samuels was pro black, but it was in a more washed. It was in a more politically correct way, type pro black.
I think maybe I was speaking too fast. She didn't hear me.
No, I heard you very clearly. You said that he was being late. He was forgetting things and he was making you late towards it. So your response to him doing that was, if this was me, you would have responded to me in a different way. And then he said, well, I wasn't the one that has panic attacks because of whatever the reason is. You already started it by saying, well, if this was me, you would have did this. So you were actually start doing that said behavior first, and he just responded to you.
Okay, be that as it may. However, like I said, I'm typically patient with him, and we have like this banter. So I wasn't saying it.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like whatever? Like why are you just acting like that did just like I didn't just say what I just said? Like that didn't just happen.
No, I did just. I said be that as it may. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I wasn't disagreeing at all.
Okay. So
Yeah, back to what I was saying before about black men. See, in the black community, we're taught you got to be ready to throw hands over every little thing all day. And you got to be super aggressive all day. You looking for the fade. What you looking at, nigga? You want to fade? Like, it's all a lie and it's manipulation that black people keep in circulation. Bill Gates ain't got to throw hands all the time and be on alert for a fist fight or argument 24/7. That was a bad example, but what I'm saying is, I don't subscribe to that. I just don't. If I'm not trying to get in a fist fight over dumb shit all day, that don't make me soft. If I'm not trying to argue and constantly be in conflict with black people who trying to fuck with me and get me in conflict 24/7, that don't make me soft or lame or a square. It doesn't make you that either, brother.
So what is your okay?
I said be that as it may. What I'm saying is that he constantly throws up the things that I do, and if he was here, he would tell you all the time. Like he's always
But
like.
you did it though. But you, what do you mean you did it though? Who cares? You did it. You did it and he responded to you.
But I say that I was telling him that when I said that I was saying I would appreciate if you had more patience with me like I'm having with you.
No, that's not what you said. Now you're saying that. What you initially said was, if this was me, you would have responded this way. Now you're saying that I appreciate you would have more patience. That's not what you said from the jump. Now you're saying that to try to make it. Now you're saying that to try to make yourself sound like the victim, which is typical.
Which is typical. Yeah, this is what women do in arguments in a relationship. She pretend like you said something you ain't say to fit her narrative, or that she originally said something she didn't say to fit her narrative now. It's horrible. And this is why they should just be quiet and submit.
Typical of modern women.
I'm not trying to make myself sound like the victim at all. I'm very accountable. What I'm saying is that
repeating yourself over and over again doesn't make you any more or less right. Could you just keep repeating?
I'm not. You think that I'm trying to be right. I'm not trying to be right. I'm not on here to try to be right at all. I'm asking for insight. I don't need to be right. I need understanding. I don't need to be right. Like I really think that's your misunderstanding. I don't have a desire to be right. I don't want to win anything. Nobody wins anything for somebody to be right.
I don't think you need understanding. I think you need guidance. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is when he was having the issues that he was having about forgetting things and making you late for whatever he made you late to, I understand you being upset at that. What I'm telling you is the right response is not to try to throw him under the bus, to try to say, well, if this was me, you would have had an issue. Like, that's not how you talk to your person that you're in a relationship with. It's not how you talk to your boyfriend. Because I know you don't talk to your boss that way.
I don't have a boss.
What do you do for work?
He takes care of me.
Oh, so you damn sure shouldn't be talking to him that way.
She just made it way worse, but they're not smart enough to know that.
Because you can't exist without him taking care of you. So you should shut up.
No, he asked me to stop working. I can't
So
exist.
what? I don't care if he asked you. You listened. So you should shut up. He takes care of you. So you should shut up even more. You should never talk to somebody that way if he takes care of you. You should shut up. He's not controlling. He's not forcing you to be there. You actively decided that. You say, well, he takes care of me. You actively decided to say yes to that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
you did say that. I'm adding that point on there to say he's not controlling you or forcing you to be there. So you said that you decided to go there because he said, I want you to move in with me. I want you to stop working. So since he takes care of you, you shouldn't speak to him that way. You should speak to him with a level of respect because he respects you enough to keep you fed and keep you alive. So you should treat him as a man you should treat him as the man that he is. You should treat him as such. That's simple. So you shouldn't do things like that. He made a mistake. He maybe wasn't on time. He was forgetful. Things happen. That's called life. But what you don't do is to try to rub it in their face to say, well, if this was me, that's unnecessary, especially for the person that's taking care of you.
Understandable. I understand. I do have one thing to say about that. As far as like you saying that I should just, shut up because some. So how would you suggest
Not that you should not that you should never say anything. Don't take it to the extreme. Not that you should never have an opinion. Not to say that you should just be walked over or disrespected or anything like that. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is you shouldn't talk to your man that way, regardless if he was taking care of you or not. You should not speak to your man that way, regardless. So when I say shut up, that doesn't mean like literally don't say any words at all. That means talk to your man with a level of respect that he deserves. That's the point that I'm making.
So how would you suggest that? Okay, so if in this situation, how should I have approached it?
You should know how to use your femininity to your advantage. Hey, babe. It doesn't have to be right at that moment. It could have been later. Or maybe sent a text or on a phone call or in person. It'd be better in person. Hey, I just want to explain something to you. I really do appreciate you coming out here because you know how I feel about this. You know that it makes me feel anxiety based on this situation. But I really didn't like the fact that you were so forgetful, especially because I told you up front. But I do understand that things happen and make mistakes. But I would appreciate if next time you could be a little bit more cognizant of knowing how to make sure that things are in order beforehand. But I just want to let you know that I'm not mad at you and I appreciate you regardless for coming out here and doing this for me. That's how you talk to your man that's taking care of you. Not if it was me, you would have did this.
Okay, see, and I knew that most people would be under the impression that that's the way that I deliver it, but that's not. I said, you see how patient I am with you, babe. Now, if it was me, it would have been a whole different.
That's not how you talk to your man. That's the point that I'm trying to get you to understand. Now, if it was me, nothing. Shut up and be respectful to your man. I just gave you the blueprint on how to speak to your man. We're men, so we're not going to take it that way. So you should take my advice. You should heed to what I'm telling you. Because you have no guidance, so you need to be guided.
Temper now, Aunt. You're not leading by example. You got to set the masculine example, Aunt. You're reacting emotionally how you're telling her not to. And she would have the intellectual checkmate if she was in an argument with Aunt. Because I've had women check me where I had to be like, you know what, you're right. Because that's what a real man do. You got me. You know what, bitch, you got me. You got me that one. You got to maintain the high ground, the intellectual and moral high ground when you're dealing with women, or they're not going to respect you, and they shouldn't respect you, frankly. You can't sit here, like, if this was Aunt Girl, and he trying to teach her, and he is teaching a good lesson, but he's not leading by example, because he's losing his cool. This is not how you talk to your woman. So how you gonna tell her to talk to a man like this while I'm talking to you crazy? So she could have came back and said, well, Aunt, you're not setting the example how you saying we should do in this household, because look how you're reacting right now. And if he was being honest, he'd be like, damn, you got me.
Correctly. So what I'm telling you is this man takes care of you. If he's not putting his hands on you, if he's not cheating on you, if he's not lying to you, if he's not abusing you, and he is doing, you already said that he was a good man. You said that from the jump, that he was a great man, but he's not perfect. No man is perfect. So if that's the man that he is, then you should treat him as such. So he doesn't deserve for you to be condescending and throw things out there in a sarcastic way. He deserves for you to speak to him the same way that I just gave you the blueprint on how to speak to your man when you have a problem.
And this is kind of not on topic, but her mother not going, even if you can teach a woman to talk to you like that for the most part or whatever, her mother not going to talk to you with respect. She's going to say condescending, slick shit. Her sister is going to talk to you a certain type of way and say condescending, slick shit. And it's easy to say just don't deal with them, but when you got, you married with 3 kids, it ain't that simple to just say don't deal with the mother and the aunts. Like, it just ain't that simple. And this is why, and it's unrealistic, but I'm just going to throw it out there. This is why you got to vet the family too before you make it official with a woman and start a family with a woman. How do your mom talk to your dad? How did you grow up seeing your mom talk to your dad? How do your mom talk to your dad now? Because dynamics change over 50 years, 30 years. Do she disrespect him? Because if she disrespect her own man who helped her throughout life and been her man solid for 30 years, she damn sure gonna disrespect me. Same thing for the sisters and the aunts. How do they treat their men?
You don't need to be condescending and try to do that. You should be respectful because he deserves that. Do you understand that?
I do.
Then we good.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully you take that.
I will. Minus the screaming and yelling. I understood you perfectly.
For sure.
Thank you so much. God bless.
I didn't mean to cut you off. God bless you as well. Use your femininity to your advantage. You'll be all right. Next.
Yeah, the screaming and the yelling, it ain't necessary. It ain't necessary, bro. He'll learn. He learn. He's still young, even though he hate when people bring up his age. I guess I'm gonna get off here. I'll catch